Hey everyone, it's Polm, and today I'm checking out Dusk Punk. It's a RPG that's, I don't know, looked kind of interesting. It was on sale on Steam, so I thought, yeah, try it out. Veteran, career soldier from an army family. Nothing could have prepared you for the war to end the world, though. Sway, engineer, criminal. You loved evading the law until it caught up with you. This war has been worse than 1,000 street battles. Engineer. The Empire saw your fast hands and faster brain and sent you to the front to maintain killing machines. Writer. A sensitive soul. You know how to talk to people, how to make an argument, how to sense the unseen. Okay. I wish it tells you what they do. Alright, so I'm gonna assume this is like charisma. So criminal would be sneaks. Sneak around. I like sneaking around. Let's do that. I'll be a criminal. My name is Polm. Standard app. Yep. Standard difficulty is fine. Tyrants appear all-powerful. This illusion is broken only at the moment of their downfall. I cannot know when dusk will set on this rotten empire. I only know that no matter how long the day, dusk will always come. Alright. The war chewed you up. The city tried to swallow you whole. But there's life in you yet. You shake yourself awake. Crawl to safety. Endure 5. Ooh. We can fail right away. Nice. Each action tests a skill. This action tests endure. Every action has 3 possible outcomes. Succeed, mixed, fail. Crawl to safety. Oh, I ain't got much of a choice. Ooh, mixed outcome. You drag yourself up the bare shoreline. Digging claw marks in the mud, you drag yourself forward. Can't recall, okay? You remember all too well? You'd rather forget. You remember. You can't help it. The front, the trenches, a maze of mud and bodies, both living and dead. Machine gun plucking lives like flowers, chains of bullets tearing through friends, comrades, lovers. You remember each death with perfect clarity. Each moment of horror as a door closes on a squandered life. But what happened to you? How did you escape the war? You recall flashes, falling. You were underground, buried? A vat of electrical blue light, churning white flesh. You shake yourself awake. How long have you been lying here? Everything hurts. Your ankle throbs, your muscles are straining. Feel your ankles. The pain is like sheet lightning. Look around. You spot a piece of driftwood, gnarled and knotted. Grab the driftwood. And put your weight on it. A twisted crunch for a broken man. Step into the city. As the sun rises, you hobble away from the river. You realize that these streets, unfamiliar in the dark, are known to you. But you've not lived here in years. You're in Dredgeport. Check your pockets. You go through your pockets. Slim pickings. How will you live? You consider a new aim to survive. And assuming you do, what's your next step? Stop the war that almost took your life? No. Find friends and allies? Maybe. Join the revolutionaries? Topple the regime? Nope. Whatever is necessary to never be this helpless again. You join any cause, serve any master if it brings power and safety. Never again. You consider a new aim to gain power. Pan the map, zoom, explore the city. Ooh, poor quarters cruise. Okay, goals are right there. Here you can see a list of your goals. Gain power, survive. Find a gang hideout. Find a place to eat. I think that's the one I need. Explore the slums and crannies. Act. Yes. Honeycomb of bustling streets. Oh, slums. Risky. You will suffer a negative outcome of failure. Dangerous actions. Con do-gooders. If a role is too difficult, you can spend time preparing this. This costs time, but makes the action easier. Prepare this action now. Prepare. Thanks for preparations. This action will be easier next time you try it. Your skill value is that. Ooh, my sway is terrible. Yes. A few passerbys toss you the odd coin. A few even make eye contact. Beggar's attention. Nice. Alright. Artisan Tinker. Fast Talker. Oh, okay. Alright, so sneak. I need to steal. I need to learn how to steal. Let's roll. Let's try this one. Ooh, succeed. My dear, of course I'll help you with your father's future costs. Ha ha! That has fallen. Different actions are now available. You can preview. Okay. Return to the main map. You stumble away from the alley and bump into a younger beggar. Excuse me, mate. There's a tinkle at your feet as they round the corner. A tinkle at your feet. You just check yourself. Realize your purse is open. I lost 3. Cool. Confront the beggar. The beggar disappears around the corner. I think you have something in mind. Oh, what's that? You know damn well. The money you stole. I don't know what you're talking about. Grab them. Later, soldier. They disappeared down the alley. You remember how the beggar approached you? Barged into you and reached out. Could the same trick work? You practice the same walk. You barge into a few passerbys to practice without trying to take anything. For an hour or so, you think you're ready to try your new talent. If the dialogue text is too... No, it's fine. If anything, I'm clicking too fast. Alright, go back to the slums. Sneak? I got a good sneak. Let's do it. You're exhausted. Sleep to recover. How do I sleep? Sleeping against the current day. Find a place to sleep. Well, looks like we're sleeping in the alley, boys. Sleep. Oh, nightmares. You wake as you rub your eyes. Your stomach grumbles. You have no energy. You sleep terribly, haunted by phantoms. You toss fitfully. Your dreams restless. The trenches. You see a flag fluttering. Falling like a dying bird, and a voice. Toss him in with the others. He's as good as dead. I'm still alive. Humph, not for much longer. You're passed through 100 hands to a black steel funeral barge. Suddenly you start wake. Smell is oof. Kick with your legs. You kick behind you. Your ankles burst with pain. Cold skin against your cheek. Rough fabric. Buckles and cheap metals. Is that a chink of light? Kink of light? Somewhere above you? Claw forward with your arms. You wrench yourself forward, digging towards the surface. You burst out into the moonlight. Look around. You're in the dock of a licked barge. Hulks the hull. The war dead battle. So you did end up on one, just as you feared, but alive. The slum yards loom ahead. The chute stretch ahead of you. The ground shifts under you, tilting. Bodies slip down. Look down the chute. The chute stretches away from the ship and into the plasma tower, turning vat of flesh. Smells thick like spilled soup. Bodies slip past you. Look around for a mechanism. You glance around for some mechanism to tamper with. Mounted on the ship's hull is a cluster of gears and wiring. Slowly, on hands and knees, you slide down the chute and gathered speed. Jam something into the mechanism. What do you even have on hand? Ooh. Loose helmet or snatch of a bone. Loose helmet. Helmet as it skids past and hurl it at the mechanism. It bounces off uselessly. You hurl towards there. Grab something. Feel your body leave the chute. For 2 seconds, you are airborne. Below is a black river. You hit the water and start awake. You bolt upright. Breathe. Chest heaves like a sawmill. Oh, it was just a bad dream. It was a memory. You realize of a living hell. This is how you came to Dredgeport. Taken for dead, loaded into the corpse barge, and almost rendered into plasm. Alright. I need to find something to eat. Find a solace den. The surest way to lower stress is the drug solace. Someone must know where to find some. I quit. What do I got in the slums here? Con ogres. Okay, that's conning. I need to eat. Success. Find a maze of alleys, honeycombs, and hustles. Okay. Let's go to the tavern. It's not a restaurant food, but it serves its purpose. Whew. Passable nourishment. Nice. Okay. Let's go back to the slums. Do most of my work at night. Let's go ahead and act again. Ooh, market. Let's go to the market. You wander, confused from saw to saw. Certainly, there's one here that you need. Buy spirits, 7. Explore the market. You wander around the market, nothing, noting the best stalls. Ooh, this action will not advance time. Congratulations on a true bargain, the vendor beams. The smile lingers just a little too long. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the market one more time. Ooh. Push yourself. Double 6s. Bet on prized fights. Sell spirits. Sway. What's my sway value again? Nothing. Oofda. Sell wine. Sell plasm. We got nothing here. Poorhouse. Off the main road, you spot a grand house. Watch the facade. There's a faint movement behind the blurry window. There's a sign on the door. Within, hides poorhouse within the lady's embrace. You've heard of these places. They take in those who've lost everything and feed and clothe them. Peek in the windows. Through the grime, you see rows of rough wooden tables. The inmates sit in ragged clothes, sewing simple clothes. Peeking in the next window. The dining hall is cramped. The soup is gray and lumpy. You tear your gaze away. Peek around the corner. The yard is empty, but for horse and cart. The door bangs open. 2 ordains Two orderlies drag a person from the house and toss them onto the cart. They bind them tightly with ropes. You realize the person is dead. The cart drives off towards the plasm yards. This is not a place of kindness. It's a place to store raw human material until they're ready to be harvested. Walking away, you feel a chill. This is what we're going to do tonight. We're just going to pickpocket as much as we can. Ooh. Marks are too sharp tonight. Every eye is a searchlight. You snatch only a few coins. Alright, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Need to sleep, huh? Let's go back to the alleyway. Sleep. Oh, more nightmares. Yep. You shudder. What an awful night. Get up. You try to rise. Your ankles give way. You stifle a sob. You hear footsteps coming down the street and a steady clanking sound. Raise yourself with a walking stick. Shaking, you haul yourself to standing. A robed figure stops and looks at you. He wears the robe of a watcher, a priest of the lady. He sighs. Soldier. Your balance whirls. You fall through the cobbles. He bends down. Poor helpless gobshite. Let's get you warmed up. Pass out. You black out. Endure. What's my endure? 1? Oofta. Whatever. Nice. How long have you been asleep? You feel sheets. A rough blanket. You feel like a half-drowned rat. Feel like you've been given a sun. Just lie there at peace. You just lie there at peace for a minute or two. Anyways, you become aware of an ache in your right foot. Look down. Your right leg ends in a tight bandage around the ankle joint. Your foot is gone. Your gaze rises to a figure by your bedside. Ah, back in the land of living. His accent looks like music. My foot. Comes out as a terrible question. I'm sorry, truly. There wasn't much left. The shelter master and we argued. About what? Whether you'd live. I called the local sawbones. He's unprofessional. Too fond of his solace, but time was against you. Your ankle tingles. You have a question. Where am I? The slums of Dredgeport, soldier. Right now, you're in the sanctuary, a shelter for those with nowhere else to go. They owe me a favor. But where are my manners? He claps my hands. I'm Brother Recheck, a watcher. As you shake his hand, his rained chalice tinkles. So I'm curious about my new foundling. I was a soldier. I was knocked down and taken for dead. I thought as much from that uniform. He sighs and smiles, gazing vaguely upwards. Ah, I hear the war is terrible, but still. To fight the forces of Aurelis, defy their heathen god, their false queen, glorious. Memories tease you, the war in the trenches and the whine of the grunt harvester. Its wheels and legs, pioneering like a mechanical marionette. Quiet. Be that as it may, they must have found you unconscious and loaded you into the Lichsparg. You were lucky. You gotta remember it. You can smell the burning flesh and the cackle of the ozone. You shudder. The priest takes your hand. You're safe now. What if they realize I'm not dead? Your breath catches. To survive all that, only to be thrown back into the jobs of battle. First thing first, you're not going anywhere until you've got some strength. Alright, I'll rest. Have faith, Foundling. It's the best medicine there is. Regain your strength. We will prepare this. We will endure. Ooh. Act. After a few hours of rest, you feel better. Recheck bustles in with a small sack. So, how's the patient? I feel awful. He puts down the sack and takes your shoulder. I'm sorry, friend, but the lady can bear all burdens with you. He hefts the sack into the bed. Scraps and leftovers from my flock. She feel up to helping me cook? These hands ain't what they used to be. Of course. Prepare. Act. Nice. Somebody's coming. Heck, will advance. One, okay. Not much for sway. Could do a quick pickpocket though. Enterprise fight. Into it. I got 2 into it. Yeah, why not? Do a little gambling. Oh, that was terrible. All right, we'll sleep. Eh, not as bad. If you rub your sleep from your eyes, your stomach rumbles. Somebody is coming. After a fitful sleep, you come to and roll off your pallet. You hit the floorboards and jar your hip. For a second, there is nothing in the world but your ragged breath gently slowing. At the front, the only thing that soothed your stress was solace, a drug that quiets the mind and warms like a warm bath. You consider a new aim, to find solace dealer. Rijik hurries in. Foundling, you alright? I slept terribly. He leans his staff against the wall and helps you up. War comes with a cost. Hope. Those who die and are taken to the Father's bosom, they are the lucky ones. Those who remain face a much harder test of faith. We're haunted by what we've seen. He sighs. I've seen men and women spat out by this war. Often they are broken. When they're lucky, sleep brings the ladies peace. But more often than not, every night terrors. Will I ever be free of them? He smiles sadly. With the lady's blessing. With a pang, you realize he's giving you false hope. Time you sleep, you will have a good, bad, or terrible sleep due to your nightmares. This will raise or lower your stress. Well, yeah. Anyway, I just came to look in on you. There's other lost sheep I've tended, but I have a gift. He reaches into the cloak and pulls out a crutch. A body should have 2 legs of Dredgeport, even if one's made of wood. Why are you helping me? Because you need the help, son. I ain't blind. Now, about your situation. He sobers a little. Look, you're welcome to stay here as long as you can, but don't get your hopes up. Why not? I've had people come back from the war before. The recruiters have mountains of paperwork on their side. If you escape, they're going to track you down. I had the same thought. Any advice? I mean, I don't have a leg. I don't know. He scratches his temple thoughtfully. Honestly, it's a shame we can't just talk to the little father. He's a good man. Then why is he turning dead soldiers in the plaza? What would the world come to if we let the Orions unchecked? This war is a terrible trial, but we must listen to the father's plan. You look into Rejek's smiling face and see unassailable faith. Now just rest. Now you're rested and fed and out of my hands. Go about your business. Do you know of any work? You might explore the Crucible. It's an industry south of here. There's factories that might be hiring. May the father protect you. He ducks into the street. Alright. No point in doing any of that begging. Get myself some food. Ooh, wait, okay. So somebody's coming. That's red. That's yellow. Beggar's attention. Ooh, that's okay. Market. Sneak, eavesdrop. Well, I'm gonna do that. This woman is bustling with news. Her lined face twitches with excitement as she tugs her friend aside, lingering one stall over. You pick up some juicy detail. Alright, alright. Around the plaza. This intersection forms a large circle of plaza. A round platform rises from the center, surrounded by strange metal sounds. Examine the platform. The platform rises to chest height. It is made of concrete. That means it was placed here in the last 10 years or so. A ladder allows access to the top. Climb the ladder. As you put your foot on the ladder, a workman hurries up to you. What are you doing, man? Are you mad? What is this thing? Just leave well enough alone. Suddenly, you hear a commotion. A trio of soldiers approach the other side of the square, dragging 2 women with them. We've done not wrong. One of the soldiers, an officer, barges past you and steps up onto the platform. Citizens, you'll be glad to hear we have apprehended 2 Orient agents. It's not true. The soldiers wrestle her into one of the metal stands, a pillory. They were caught stealing rations from the arsenal. They have been found guilty of sabotaging the war effort and espionage. They will remain here for 3 days. It is an act of treason to offer them food or water. He glares at the crowd. I will post guards here to ensure there are no more traitors in our midst. In stockade, the woman struggles feebly, then lies still. Let's see here. Go ahead and get a little bit more juicy gossip. Yes, yes. Let's buy some tools. Serve me well, says the merchant. I am now officially poor. I don't want to mingle with the locals. Oh, let's continue. Okay. Come on. 7. Oh. Yeah, bound to happen. Go to the sanctuary. I sleep. Ooh. Nice. Somebody is coming. I only got 1 more sleep. When you awake, you find a note on the side dresser. Fondling. I must run an errand. Find me in the Arclight. An address is scrawled at the bottom. Plague pillar. Come upon a great pillar, twisting with clouds and angels. Read the plaque. The plaque says it was erected to commemorate the Great Plague of 1567, and to thank the father and the lady for sparing the entire town. The plaque looks like it was made of gold. Touch the plaque. Reach out, touch the plaque. It's cool. The metal isn't gold, as it first seems, but brass with gold leaf. A blue coat officer glances at you from the end of the street. You pull back. Study the statues. The father and lady are depicted as towering figures, holding hands. The lady holds a chalice, and that stops it. Holds a chalice and pours her healing water upon a mass of suffering citizens below. The father holds a lofted torch, cleansing the air. 2 of them are wreathed in clouds, supposed to symbolize their heavenly powers. To you, it looks more like miasma, the smoke and smell of sickness. Just as the scavenger is depicted at the foot of the 2 other gods, in the form of a raven. It is picking through the corpse of the dead. You leave the pillars and walk into the crowds. When in slums, you come across the beggar who picked your pocket. They are surrounded by a handful of animals. 2 pigeons peck at their feet. A mouse sits on their shoulders. Okay, the beggar starts as they catch sight of you. Easy. It's water under the bridge. Truly? They put up their hands as though calming an animal. You nod. It worked out for me. Worked out okay for me. I actually learned something from you. You consider a new aim. To befriend the beggars. The animals around the feet, beggar's feet begin to move closer. Their eyes curious. Quite the circus you have there. We've been known to return a few heads. You're not wrong. Suddenly, the urchin vaults up off the wall and sticks their hand out. The pigeon darts out that way. Quickly resembles, I'm Frey. The grin. Oh, they grin. I'm Polm. I'm glad to know you, Polm. They nod. Well, I'd love to get to know you, but there's a patch of woosters that's good this time of day. With a whistle, they summon their tiny flock and saunter into the street. Ooh, the crucible. Explode the factories, explode the streets. Let's do it. Yeah. Workshop? Witch's Crossing. Let's do the workshop. Ooh. Street Forge. You pass by a street forge, an artist who works with iron. Occasionally, a passer-by asks for their services. The street smith smiles, studies their profile for a few moments, then yanks a piece of scrap iron from their stock and with a pair of tongs and lunges it at the bellows. Soon the forge is at a roaring heat. They plunge the iron into its heat until it glows orange. Then they tug it out and begin working it with a hammer. Back and forth it goes, a little shapelier each time. In minutes, they produce a piece of the piece is finished. The smith dunks it in the water bucket, presents the customer with a character likeness of their own profile, rendered in black iron for a few groats. Okay. The Archlight. Once you find it, is a bar occupying a massive drum-shaped building. Heading inside, you find Recheck talking to the barwoman. He nods as you approach. Foundling, this is I, mistress of the Archlight, and a witch with a wrench. If ever you need a device or a bit of clockwork, she's the body to ask. Zai, this is my foundling. Zai is a towering woman. She looks more engineer than bartender. Outsider, her eyes arrow. Oh, come, woman. Is that any way to greet a new friend? Your friend, not mine. But she does reluctantly send her hand to shake it. I guess I'll shake your hand too. Fingers close around cold metal. You look down. Zai's hand is incredibly device of steel and brass. My own work, she smirks. See? Why I wanted you to meet? Oh, yeah, my ankle. In her ranks, my condolences. Just hoping that you and your maverick friends might help with that. She bristles. We're not crazy, brother. We just keep to ourselves. For 6 seconds, neither say anything. Finally, Recheck clears his throat. How many times have I come through for you, Zai? I'm sick of you posturing, priest, she growls. But you have come through for us. She fixes you with a stern stare. I can build you something to help. You won't walk quite like you did, but it's a lot better than hobbling around. What'll it cost me? And after all I've done for the man. She studies Recheck before answering. Since it's the Watcher who's asking, there's no cost. But this pays our debt, all right? Fine by me. But I'll need material. Haul me some scrap and I'll see what I can make for you. She glares at Recheck. I want you to leave now, outsider. I need a word with the priest. Ooh. Do I leave or do I leave but listen? I have a good enough sneak, so I should be able to do it. Head through the door, but loiter just outside. An outsider? The racket of the crucible drowns out the conversations. After a while, it subsides, and you hear Recheck. I was an outsider once. You still are, you crazy bastard. Well, okay. What do we got here? Supply scrap. Oh. Wait. The scrap supply. You have the sack of twisted metal. 1. I think I need 3. 2. 3. Alright. You're not sure how, but she can make you a foot. That's the last of it, you gasp, hefting into it onto the bar. Scrap's decent. Now I just need your measurements. Lost a bit of weight since last time I had them taken. She chuckles. I see you only lost a foot, not your sense of humor. She whips out a tailor's tape and measures the stump of your ankle and your lower leg. Alright, I can have it finished in a few days. Why are you helping me? That washer's helped my people more than once. We keep to ourselves, but sometimes that's not enough. I need his help, but he seems off. Listen to that instinct, mate. Keep your wits about you. You owe him now, and he's a man of faith. Did he do something? She shakes her head. He'd rather die than hurt someone. It's a sin. But sometimes you need to make the bastards hurt. She sighed. Just about done. Your new foot will be ready in a few days. Okay. Come back in a few days. She's working on it, man. Be patient. Ugh. What do I have more of? 1. That's 9. Come on. Yes. Taking the sense and get a little bit of gossip. Curious, you walk through the red brick gates and into a broad courtyard. The air is filled with the sound and spark of metal, and the smell of white hot iron. Engineers move to and fro, wearing leather jackets, belts, welding goggles, oversized gloves. One man rushes past and nearly bumps into you, carrying some complicated device. An older woman calls after him. Alfie, for Smith's sake, don't run. Get yourself killed. Her eyes settle on you. Some of them got overexcited. You're new? First time. Well, anyone's welcome, as long as you bring your own tools. She smirks, and someone's got to show you the ropes, so you don't end up like me. She raises one spindly arm. You see she's missing 4 fingers on one hand. The rest of self-taught engineer. Too right. So just get those tools, and we'll make sure it happens. I have tools. You show your tools to the engineer you meet here. She pops up her welding mask and glances over at the tools. They'll do. Now let's show you how to use them. For the next hour, she goes through each tool and every large device in the shop. Drills, welding irons, even an anvil, hammer and tongs. Sometimes you just need to bash something, she smirks. Most importantly are the safety procedures. Where to put your hands, how to guard against sparks, how to keep control of each piece. Well, we might make a machinist of you yet. Gather scrap. Craft a part, assemble a part. Okay. I guess I'll roll it and try. Oh. Push yourself. Oh. Oh. Bound to happen. Well, that's not bad. Just need to make a little bit more money. Oh. Okay. Oh, you're exhausted. Sleep to recover actions. Wandering the streets, you find yourself drawn to the river and the blue glow on the horizon. As you draw closer, you realize it's plasma mirrors. Breathe. Force air into your lungs, stumble against the wall. For moments or hours, there's only the wall and the breath in your distance. Cockles that. Roger, check. Easy there, Foundling. Oh, where'd you come from? You've been choking there for a minute or two. You didn't notice me? You shake your head, he touts. You almost entered the towers of hell. No one can face that and stay whole. He gestures to the industry landscape for you. The yards, where the bodies of the dead become fuel for the living. We're nearly at my end. True, things could have gone quite different. Brother gathers himself and struts forward. Finally, listen. This place broke you. You'll have to face it again if you're to heal. He nods to the guard on duty and passes over a pouch of money. The guard opens the gates. As you walk through, the man claps a hand on your shoulder. Don't get any ideas. I'm only doing this because the watcher sat with my daughter when she was laying dying. The gates don't just open for anyone. Well, I'm out of time anyways. Oh, more nightmares. Somebody's coming. Let's go ahead and get some food. Ah. At the end of the twisting alleyway, you find a handful of crows pecking bird seeds scattered on the cobbles. Amid the birds, a little pile of rubbish, sticks, pebbles, bits of broken glass. Crows flutter out to the rooftops as you approach. The pieces are tied into a pyramid shape with a frayed string of scraps of cloth. In the center of the pyramid is a folded piece of paper, weighted with a stone. Pick it up. You take it and unfold it. At the bottom is a small smear of blood. It begins, "To the merciful scavenger." Keep reading. "My 3 sisters and I are starving. Please find us some food or a job, and will bring more seedy. Your loyal worshiper, Gracie." Above you, the crows caw maniacally. 2 hop into the street and start pecking at your ankles. You toss the prayer back into the pile and hurry back to the main road. Church is as wide as a small dwelling, but towers over the other roofs nearby. The spires are like Gothic dragon scales, the windows like scalpel wounds. Each tower is lined with cast iron, each brick studded with metal. This place was forged as much as it was constructed. Go inside. Step over the threshold. The sound of the city disappears. Ahead of you is an immersed anvil in a place of an altar. Beyond it sits the statue of the smith in bronze. His apron flaps and the image of the furnace breathes. His hammer is raised, his eyes focused, intent on some unseen work. That's not right. His work is all around you. You remember Smith is the force that binds and builds. It was he who fashioned mankind and all the world's mammals. His hands are broken by a clang. See a worshiper at stamping press. They pick up a coin, admire it, and kiss it. Put a coin in the press. Put a coin in the slot and throw the lever. It comes out stamped with the smith's hammer. You pocket it. Feels like a little of your burden has been lifted. Leave. Turn from the chapel of the smith. You don't need his help. You're glad for his help. You have more worldly concerns. You're glad for his help. As you walk away, you jingle the coin in your pocket. Nice. Prepare. Act. I got some scrap. Ooh. Oh, nope, not this one. Slums. Okay, and we'll find out what happens. Boom, scrap supply is gone. However, I now am able to prepare and act. Oh, really? Failure. Continue. Stress rises. More and more of your die faces become broken. Alrighty. They're just bodies. The bodies of sons, daughters, lovers, hundreds of them. Sparks are intimidating, booming of the tower's dome. Eventually, they seem more like thunderclap, or a great horse stamping in the sky. You stand mesmerized by the oil's motion. Out of all this, horror, something eerie, but strangely beautiful. You stumble back to the central yard. Your boots slip off the plasmic runoff. So how was it? I faced my fears. I can move on now. You swallow. You're not sure you believe the words. This is only the first step, he sighs. The war did a number on you. And then this place. Recheck takes your arm. But I'm glad we're making the journey. You come a long way. Wait. Unslinging his rain chalice, he uncorks his leather flask and splashes some water into it. When the dead are ready to move on, a brother gives them rainwater, the lady's tears. He holds the chalice to your lips. His eyes flash. Drink, and let her ease your pain. Some say he relaxes a bit. I'm sorry I can't help you more fondly. The two of you walk towards the gate. Ooh. Try to gain a tip-off. But when you approach anyone, they frown and turn away. Tell people trust you, you'll get nowhere. Okay. Drug den. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just do it. Yeah. She's sitting on the sanctuary room. Afraid I've got to leave for now. Want to give you something though. He pulls out a small leather purse from his folds. Gained that. This solace quiet your mind. You're gonna need it sooner or later. I only have enough for one dose, so find another source soon. You may not want to turn to drugs. Understandable, but right now you need something to get through there. Thank you, Watcher. Just doing the lady's work. Be seeing you, foundling. Gods be with you. He grabs your hand, shakes it, and walks out. Survive. 1 growth point. Each time you get to that, you can go up here. Ooh. You can spend a growth point to improve any skill as long as it's not broken. Okay. Let's see here. Fast talker. Night instincts. When night falls, the city's pulse. Gain +1 to your rolls. Sleight of hand and burglar. Ooh, this one has a... Ooh, gain an ability? Let's do it. Burglar. You know how to case a joint and consider all the angles. Sneak action grants +1 prepared roll. Sleight of hand. You're light each time you do that. Ooh, there's a 40% chance against that. I like burglar though. Okay. I have to go to sleep. Could just take the solace. Now let's sleep. You're awakened by a knock at the shelter door. An officer stands at the threshold, dressed in full trench warfare. We're looking for this individual. He hands the shelter master a photograph. Never seen him. The gas mask begins to turn in your direction. Duck out of sight. Just observe the officer, whatever. You watch the officer. His movements are slow, deliberate. The eyes on the gas mask fall on you like searchlights. Private. Attention. Your body instinctively reflexive. Your arms and legs locked together. Your private Polm? Yes, sir. You've been absent without leave for several days, absconding on a Lichberg. I wouldn't be there if the army hadn't made a mistake. I was discharged, technically. I was dead. After draws his pistol. All soldiers of the Empire must make a choice. To live and fight for the fatherland, or die so our bones fuel its war machine. Cocks the hammer and levels at your forehead. Make your choice. You won't kill me. With the mask gaze fixed on you, he aims the gun at your arm. A flash. Slowly, pushing the hammer close again, holsters the gun. Report to the War Office in 4 days. The army still has use for you. I'm not going back. Then we will make you. He walks out, slamming the door so hard the hinges loosen. You won't go. If you want to lower it to 100, the watch will catch you. Ooh. Alright. You can go to the workshop. I need more of this. Oh, man. Alright. Well, I'm going to call it here. This has been Polm with Dusk Punk. Please like, subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Alright. Bye, everyone.